All right, Lethal Arm Assassins Network again here in Arkansas with the champ, Monster Michael Todd. So we're here for Tip of the Week again. If you're not subscribing to Monster Mike, please look him up on YouTube. He is growing big time and coming into a huge match. So this question is something that I think is really big for arm wrestlers as a whole. We're in a sport where you absolutely can't be undefeated. It's not like boxing. There's no Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, it's not going to work out. You're going to take a loss eventually.
We all lose. So when it comes time to losing, first off, how do you deal with that, and how can you make it a positive?
Okay, so I've been at this. I'm in my 31st year competing.
Wow.
I tell people all the time I probably lost 100,000 matches, but I probably arm wrestled over 1 million.
Right.
I just don't lose a lot anymore.
Right.
When I do take a loss, it's one of those defining moments. At this point in my career, have I done enough? Have I won enough? Have I accomplished enough? Have I taken enough time, sacrificed enough time away from my family to, okay, cool, I'm gonna go ahead and ease myself out of the sport? Or do I take that loss and it just eats away at me and burns until I get to avenge it?
Right.
I'm the latter. You know what I'm saying? I have a disgust for losing. Oftentimes, in one of the quotes that I have is, my disgust for losing will outweigh your desire to win. Right. And that really is, in our house, I have a very supportive wife, and she will let me walk around here like king shit for like a week. And if it's a really big tournament, maybe 2. But that's all I get when I win. If I lose, I cannot. I am just determined to avenge that loss. So the win, the thrill of victory, it's good.
Right.
Devin made a video saying that it's not the fear of losing that should be your motivator. It should be the opportunity to win. And that may work for him.
Right.
My disgust for losing,
right,
because I don't want to feel that way, is oftentimes my motivating factor.
Right. That's a beautiful thing, because champions come with a whole bunch of different perspectives, and winning can be found a bunch of different ways. And I've always thought, from my perspective, because I identify with this as well, is feeling good about winning lasts a couple minutes,
There's something, especially in a world that we are in today. Next week something else happens. There's a tournament. There's another thing. There's something. People stop talking about it. So if you're doing this for the praise and the glory, that's not the reason you should be doing it. You should be doing it because you want to be the best that you can possibly be. And when I compete for a sport, when I train for this, and the sacrifices you make for any sport, when you're talking about, you're directing this at arm wrestlers, but I believe that is the approach you take in life.
Right.
It's whatever you prioritize. Mine's God, family, getting in shape. And that's where I start at. So whatever you make it important in your life is what you're going to excel at.
Right.
I just chose a sport that nobody knew about. But it's getting out, and I love it, and it's great, and I hope I don't feel that loss anytime soon.
I know this one's dragging on, but I got to ask a follow-on. So when you do lose, how do you use it for the good? How does it motivate you?
There have been significant losses that I've taken in the last, I want to say decade, that had a big impact on me, to the point where it almost broke me. I was like, why? I'm not a person who can do something and not be
right,
my best, and not be because I'm a believer that the best version of me is the best. The best version of me can beat the best version of anyone else. I'm a firm believer in that. So when I take that loss and I think about the sacrifice, and I think about the holiday meals or whatever it was that I missed with my family, and the hours that I could have been laying in bed with my wife or watching TV or traveling or spending with my grandbabies, anything, right? I reflect on that and I think to myself, I have already made these sacrifices.
right.
So if I quit now, or I let this loss defeat me, it was for nothing. So I get back out in the gym, I do the same shit over and over, so I don't have to feel that way again. It's a weird thing, man, because I will feel broken after a loss. Like, I will feel broken.
Right.
But it's temporary. And then I get home, and it's a switch. I'm like, all right, I got one more run. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And I think that's how it was when I lost to Andre, probably. I took that loss. It was my chance to be overall #1 in the world. And I lost 4-2. And I'm very happy now,
right,
that that's how our story ended.
Right.
I didn't know that I wasn't going to have a lot more chapters left, right, against Andre. So everything happens for a reason. That loss was significant, but it was that loss that motivated me to continue to win.
Right. Well, there you have it. That's as real as it gets. Monster Michael Todd on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.